G'day everyone, I'm Justin. I'm one of the coordinators here for the Student Programs team at the beautiful CERES Environment Park. CERES here sits on Wurundjeri Woiwurrung land, so each and every day when we do come down here, we like to acknowledge elders past, present and emerging. I'm here to introduce you to your Science Week. Today we're going to have a little look around CERES and see how we tackle some of those really big issues that you're going to be learning about all week. We're going to be looking at seed to table, we're going to look at urban agriculture, and we're also going to have a little look into food security as well. We're going to start our little journey in some of our greenhouses to have a look at our seedlings, so let's head on in. Here at CERES, we keep the links between our seed to table pretty short. We have our seeds here that are cared for by a small dedicated team of propagators that come along every single week. Once they're big enough to head out to the farm, they're then cared for another very dedicated team of farmers. Upon ready to be harvested, they get walked up the hill into our cafe. Any food scraps that then get made up at the cafe get collected, composted, and then that compost is used on our gardens here. So we're really trying to close those loops to make sure it's as sustainable as possible throughout the entire process. Here at CERES, we're not just confined to this small urban farm. We've actually got a second urban farm just 2 k's up the Merry Creek Joe's Market Garden. Now, from Joe's, we supply organic fruit and vegetable boxes to the community, as well as run a regular Saturday morning farm gate for anyone in the area to come down and to purchase food direct from the farmer that has grown it. Urban agriculture is a pretty amazing thing, and we're seeing it pop up through cities all over the world. But it doesn't always just have to look like this. Urban agriculture can be school gardens, community gardens, even rooftop gardens. We can have people sharing food from neighbour to neighbour, and even if you're growing herbs on your windowsill, I'm going to call you an urban farmer. What makes our site pretty interesting is that, believe it or not, it used to be a landfill site. So we can take parcels of old, degraded land and we can turn it into places of growing food as well as community. Here at Honey Lane Market Garden, we practice a method of farming called regenerative agriculture. Some farmers practicing this method call themselves carbon farmers due to the fact that their methods focus on drawing carbon out of our atmosphere, where we know it's doing us so much damage, and putting it into our soils. By doing this, we're actually creating robust and resilient ecosystems right underneath our feet. In this way, any farm, anywhere can be part of the solution when it comes to climate change. Here in Australia, we're super lucky that we're able to produce way more food than what our population actually needs. However, in the face of a changing climate, our current large-scale industrialised way of farming does open itself up to issues in the future. Here we practice polyculture, where we plant out a diversity of crops to show adaptability against these changes. Another way we can look to address food security here in Australia is to consider bush foods and the traditional ancient knowledge held by the Indigenous people for thousands of years. With the guidance of the Wurundjeri Council, we have dedicated spaces at CERES to grow our bush foods. This is an increasing industry throughout all of Australia, led by Bruce Pascoe, who is showing us just how much we should be considering this ancient knowledge when creating sustainable food systems into the future. So I hope you've enjoyed your quick tour around CERES and seeing how we tackle some of these global problems on a grassroots level. Hope to see you down at the park sometime.